let's go from the Audience Award winner to the U.S. Dramatic Special Jury Award winner for acting. This one goes to Leo Mejil, the star of Mutt, a film directed by Vuk lungulov-klotz, is it actually? Mistook the I for, or the L for an I. Mutt, where'd it go? It was moving around.
I hit something.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Mutt follows a trans man who has recently transitioned, dealing with 3 people from his past over the course of a hectic day in New York City. One of those all happens within 24 hours movies that you get the sense of like the escalating tension and frustration, and it feels very ground level. You know, it's Leo Mejil's character is Fenya is like at his end, little in his pockets, less in his pockets as the film goes along, and just trying to scrape by. But there's like an authenticity with how the story is told, and also like an unmelodramaticness too. Because I don't know if I've seen a story like this from the perspective of a trans man that kind of doesn't make a gigantic deal of his being a trans man. It's obviously part of the experience, and also part of the experience in relating to the people around him, since his transition was somewhat recently. Yeah. But it's not like sensationalistic. I thought it was just very lived in. Yeah, especially because a lot of the relationships, it's a reintroduction. Yeah. That was like fascinating to see that. Yes.
Yeah. No, I like that. It kind of, for me, breached into the area where I was like, that's almost too chaotic for me to enjoy it. I found myself being like, I'm going to focus on something else for a second. Yeah. But I did think it was really interesting. I think it looked at a lot of different interesting issues that often get brought up in relation to a lot of different trans people. But again, we don't see a lot of content from trans men. So that was really interesting and I enjoyed. But the whole idea of like, if you just wanted to date men, why wouldn't you have just stayed a woman? Like, what are you doing? And it's really important to just distinguish the fact that like gender is not sexuality. They're detached entirely. Yes. I don't think people always realize that. The people around him don't necessarily have all the right language or know how to deal with the changing circumstances, and that he sort of navigates them through it in a way that is also loving. There's not, it's not just about, we don't understand each other. We're trying to, and we're maybe not there yet. There's exasperation, as you can expect. Yeah, but that's he never gives up. Yeah. He never gives up. Yes. You know, and he won't baby people that shouldn't be being babied if it's a conversation that's happened multiple times. But he is willing to work through with the people that he cares about. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, a very lived-in story, and again, really well acted. Recommend Vuk's shorts. They're all on Vimeo. Ooh. Welcome Back, Lenny and Riverford. Pretty solid shorts. Cool. All right. Not as chaotic. They're tense, but they're not as chaotic. That's what I mean. It hits points, and I was really surprised. Yeah, they were very loving, stories, and then Mutt. Nice.